We're still having problems with these peppers. That's blossom end rot. But we've also got some that are starting to shrivel up, and they're going a little bit soft on skin. And we know that one's probably a calcium deficiency, but it also could be due to inconsistent watering that's causing it. And because we keep getting these extreme heat days, things are drying out really quick. As quick as you can water them, they're drying out, especially these peppers that are in containers. So I think that's what's causing this problem. They just start to get to an half decent size and they start to shrivel up. We can still use these peppers, but obviously we have to cut that part away. But I think because we've got 12 peppers in a big long container, there's a bit of a fight going on for nutrients and also possibly water. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest all the peppers that's in that container as baby peppers about this size, because they're perfectly fine for just chopping into chunks and chucking in stir fries. And I'd rather do that than watch them slowly one by one start shriveling up. And that'll be a lesson learned for next year, that they do need a little bit more room than I've probably given them, because we crammed quite a lot of plants into that one area. So let's go and get some of these peppers took off, because we can clean them, we can chop them, and then we can freeze them. These are the plants that I'm talking about. We've got some not bad sized peppers on. We've also got some quite small ones, but they seem to be reaching a certain size and then they start to shrivel up. Basically we're not getting anything from these. So as I said, I'm just going to take them off. There is time for them to flower again and grow more. This one's got some buds on it already, and that one's trying to grow new peppers, although it's gone a bit limp because it's dried out so quick this morning. So to try and give these plants a bit of a boost and a fresh start, we'll take all the peppers off these plants, give them a good watering and see if they pick up and try and grow new ones, because we can see they are trying to grow little peppers there. But I think because they've not got much in the way of space, it's causing a bit of a problem. So we'll just take some off. And there's one really good example of exactly what's happening. So that one's not really any good anymore, but this one's okay. So we've got one. There's a nice little handful there as well. I think that'll do. And I think I'm going to take a couple of the smallest ones off of these plants as well. Any really big ones that look quite healthy we'll leave, but this one is quite a big one, and again you can see it's got a problem, so that's got to come off. That's going to get worse, but we have still got a good amount that we can use from that. And these ones, they're not huge peppers, but they'll add to harvest. So we've basically got to go around and inspect every single pepper and catch them before it's too late. That's another one, just starting to go. This one's only got quite small ones on it, so I think I'm going to take them all off. In fact, I'll take those two back ones, they're quite small. That one's started to ripen a bit as well. So we're just leaving one pepper on that plant. That's another one we're going to have to work on. Those look okay, so we'll leave those on. So although it's pretty annoying to see your fruits getting damage to them, especially to that extent, if we harvest them now, we'll still get something out of it. And there is quite a few peppers in there. So the small ones we'll clean and we'll half, and then the bigger ones we'll take away any imperfections and cut them into nice sized chunks as well. And then we can put them all in freezer, knowing that they're there when we want them. We did get something and they're not going to get any worse. But apart from it being some kind of a calcium deficiency, if you look at this one, it's just trying to sink in. And I've never really known peppers do that before, not to this extent. So I think we've got a combination of calcium deficiency, but a bigger problem with these weather swings that we keep getting. So we've just had that weekend and it's been about 91. Really warm, no breeze at all. And I've noticed on some tomato plants, the skins on some of these have started to shrivel, as if the moisture's been pulled back out of them. So I really do believe a massive part of what's happening with tomatoes and peppers this year is this weather. Because, as I said, it was 91 over the weekend. Today it's going to drop down to about 67 and then it's going to rain. So although we greatly appreciate that rain, that huge swing in weather is certainly not doing these plants any good this year. So if you've had the same thing happen to you, then don't blame yourself. Because I've been growing peppers for years and I've never known, first off, peppers at this time of season to be so small, to have so much damage on them just as they get into a point to reach maturity, and also to have that shriveled skin effect on some of them. But we've harvested these now, so as I say, we'll freeze them and we'll move on. And maybe because we've took a lot of fruit off these plants, it will give that plant a bit of a boost of energy to concentrate on the odd one that we have left on. So we'll give it a water, we'll give everything a feed, and then we'll hope that the remaining peppers actually get the chance to fully ripen. But that's yet to be seen. And if you want to see what happens, just hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and we'll see you on next update. You all take care. Thank you very much for watching.